Hello, Active Pursuit family. I'm Jody.
And I'm Summer.
And tonight we're talking about a pretty serious issue. Summer's had some mammogram and some biopsy results that have not been very good. There's going to be a procedure coming up on Friday. And Summer, could you please tell everyone about what's going to happen?
Yeah. So first of all, I just wanted to share that breast cancer comes in a spectrum. And it can be very small, what's called carcinoma in situ, which means that basically it's all just in a very small defined area, all the way to catastrophic metastatic disease, where the cancers move from the breast to other parts of the body, such as the brain or the liver, etc. And I have traveled this journey with many folks, including patients, friends, and family members. And so, as I share my comments and share what I'm going through, I just want to share that I'm on the far end of the spectrum. I'm on the carcinoma in situ end of the spectrum, and that means that the breast cancer that I'm dealing with is really local. And the reason for that is because I participate in regular breast cancer screening, and that's done with a mammogram. And the mammogram, we've posted 2 other videos, one with me getting the follow-up from the mammogram when they detected that there was something wrong. So the detection was around some odd calcifications as well as a complex cyst, and things just didn't look right to the radiologist. And then they brought me back and they did a needle biopsy of that cyst, which was found to be normal. And most women have cysts in their breasts, and usually it's all normal. And then the area of calcifications that they biopsied, they think that they actually might have missed the main area, but that the cells nearby indicated that there was reason to be greatly concerned and that this needed to have an open biopsy. So the procedure that I'm going through is excisional biopsy to lumpectomy kind of thought process. And the reason why I'm not calling it a lumpectomy right now is because we're not exactly sure what's going on.
So there's going to be some exploration at the same time.
Yeah, so there'll be an incision, I'll be in anesthesia. So first what'll happen is they'll go back and they'll put another wire into my breast using mammogram techniques. Then I'll go into the surgical suite, they'll do an incision. The surgeon will go tunnel down to beyond the wire and pull out all the breast tissue around that wire and pull all that out kind of like a big core. And then that will get sent over to pathology to determine, what exactly is going on. And then that would determine if she got all of the concerning cells, then that's it.
And you're a doctor, and I'm trying to hold on to some of the terminology you use. I don't understand it all.
Yeah, please have me work on it.
You mentioned open and open biopsy.
Right.
Is that what this is being considered?
That is. So I had a closed biopsy, which is the needle biopsy. So they didn't have to cut my skin. And this one, they'll cut my skin.
I see. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. On that note, as a doctor who's been through it and has had patients,
right?
How does that make you feel? I can only imagine that it's good to know more. It would be better to know more. It would.
Yes, I've had cancer before. As many of you know, I had to go through a year plus of cancer with my son, who didn't make it, and. For my prior cancer, it was my thyroid, and my thyroid's completely gone now, and I don't have any. I don't think you can. I don't even notice a scar anymore. I noticed it for the first 2 years, and this one. So and they're going to take a large piece of tissue, and the expectation is that because this is so early, that when they take that will be it. Now, when the pathologist looks at the studies, the slides, they note that some of the cells are past, then they'll go back in and do a full lumpectomy. I don't think it would be a mastectomy because I don't have lymph nodes. This is super early.
This is going to sound
really
stupid.
should be local. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I was just going to say, you said after the path lab takes a look, they'll go back in. That would be on another day.
It would be
Okay.
another surgery.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be nice, right, if they could
While they're in there.
while they're in there,
Mhm, yeah.
be like, okay, we're going to tell you what to do further.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, no.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough on people.
Mhm.
It's tough on your nerves. You asked me about. Do you ask me a little bit about my feelings about
Yeah,
that too?
here we are. It's Monday, and the procedure's going to be on Friday. So
Friday.
4 days off. How are you feeling now?
So I have gone from feeling very nonchalant about the whole situation. It's just a part of my body. Let's just get it taken care of. To feeling pretty alone and shocked. And it's interesting because when the doctor first called me, she said, hey, the fluid in the cyst is fine, but, and when she said the word but, everything stopped for me. And, just like any other patient would be, I didn't even ask her any questions. I just said, okay, thank you very much. Let's get me scheduled as soon as possible. And then it took me a few days to actually start to write down my questions. And even though I'm a physician and I've gone on this journey a few times, I had some other questions that were very specific to me. Mm-hmm. And I felt kind of silly having to write the questions, but I'm glad I did. I sent them off to her. And, some of them are, when I had the scar around my neck, it was uncomfortable in summer outfits as a woman to have this big scar, and it was embarrassing to me. And then, my son, who was going through cancer, said, Mom, wear it with pride, just be okay with it. And I did. Before he said that, I wore a turtleneck. Mm-hmm. And then I did. I just didn't care after that. We went through enough. And then I think at this point, I feel in my mind that this is just local, so I'm not panicky. Mm-hmm. But another thing is I've had so much body change in the past few months from all the nutrition and exercise that we've been doing that I think I'm a little anxious about all of those changes. And now on top of that, what am I going to look like? Breasts are part of a woman's femininity, and just curious on what that looks like. It's kind of like it's getting something cut on your face, mm-hmm. or your neck or your chest. Your breasts are, although most people aren't flagging them out mm-hmm. on a regular basis, mm-hmm. it still is personal, mm-hmm. and it's something that I'm going to see in the mirror every mm-hmm. single day. So so I have some concerns. And when we talk about a lumpectomy, and you guys are going to laugh, but for me, I'm like, when she talks about lumpectomy, I'm like, yeah, but there's not a lot there. Maybe a lumpectomy for me is somebody else's mastectomy, or somebody else's lumpectomy would be my mastectomy. So mm-hmm. And I know that sounds silly, but I know I'm a doctor, and but I have real fears and real anxiety and real feelings, just like everyone else does. And so I think I've been approaching this pretty stoic. I think this weekend, when I didn't have my schedule going on and I was kind of sitting alone, I got pretty sad and I just felt lonely.
I want to be good support to you, and I don't know that I've been as good a support that I could be. What can I possibly do? And I know this is you, and you need to do this on your own, but I want to be there by your side the whole time, and I want to know what I can do to support you every step of the way.
Well, I think that, you just said that I need to do this on my own, and I disagree with that, mm-hmm. and that that kind of hurts my feelings, think that I would do this on my own. Mm-hmm. I did do the whole thyroid cancer on my own, and I did it because I did not want my children to worry at the mm-hmm. time. But now my life is very different. When Nicholas was sick, I knew that I could not survive his illness on my own, and I really reached out to my community, and there were a handful of people that just liberated our entire community, our neighbors, people across the country. People were helping us. We'd never missed a meal. We my kids always made it to activities. People actually, helped us to donated a lot to the cause to help us with different expenses that occurred. My insurance got dropped for a month, so just a lot happened during that time. And I have spent a lot of time being independent in my life, and that experience really helped me to embrace community and to actually become transparent, because I couldn't help it. My business was everyone else's business. And so I think for me now, it's more about, being embraced, being loved, being cared for, being hugged, being okay. If I'm just, if you're feeling fear, my stepmother just went through a cancer that occurred after radiation treatment, and we've been on the phone just talking, and I wanted to just really be supportive and make sure that she didn't feel alone. But a little part of me didn't want to tell her that I was scared, because her situation was so much more significant than my situation, and I wanted to be there for her as her stepdaughter. But yeah, honestly, I felt a little lonely through this process.
Yeah. I love you. I think you're taking it very bravely. It's really impressive that you're able to share this with everyone, including the family and me. And please, and I ask you this, real time, and if anything else comes to mind that I can do to help, I just want to be there to help you any way I can.
Thanks, and I know I need to learn to ask for help too. And sometimes I don't. Like, I didn't ask you to just hug me when you were feeling that I was not being warm, and I was just worried. And probably the better thing to have done was just to say, I need you to hug me, instead of kind of what happened, which was we just seemed to
space.
There's a lot of space that happened,
and I need to be more aware and anticipate some of that, and to be able to ask how you are at all times too.
Right. That would be helpful.
I love you.
I love you too. And I love the fact that the kids are putting away all the dishes downstairs. So if you heard all that, at least we have our chores getting done.
It's music to our ears.
Exactly. Background music. So here's what I'm going to promise, is that we are going to video the day of surgery. I might be a little goofy again. And then I think we're going to video some of the recovery. We're heading to DC right after surgery, because Kat will have already headed down to a volleyball tournament, and we want to support her and figure that I should be transportable at that point. And then I think we're also going to do one on what the results are, and my expectation is that the results are good, so I'm sure it's going to be upbeat. And if it's not, we'll let you know.
Support that too.
Yep, we gotta just keep moving on. So so thanks, Active Pursuit family and my family, for sending good goodwill, and all my friends and anyone else who wants to send me good vibes. So ciao. Hey y'all, I'm Summer.
And I'm Jody.
And we are Active Pursuit.
Please subscribe to our channel.
And like this video.
And don't forget to turn on the bell for notifications.
And share this with one of your friends.
Please add comments, because we read them.
And connect with us on social media. All of our connections are in the dialog box. And we look forward to catching up with you.
See you later.
Ciao.